Good morning to you on what we classify as the middle of the week, High Point Wednesday. We hope your day is off to a terrific start. We are the hosts for the area's only live local talk and entertainment show. We call it Virginia This Morning. And we are happy to be the host of that program. I'm Bill Bevins, always delighted to be here with our friend Amy Lacey.
Hey, Mr. B. Hey, all of you for joining us today. Good morning. We are so glad that you can join our live show each and every day. We're here on the weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. We are having kind of that brisk, crisp start to the morning out there. I used the seat warmers in my car for the first time in a long time this morning.
Warm those buns. All right, so here's my question.
Yeah.
Well, was I supposed to be formal today, or you're all dressed up? You're actually Amy Lacey.
Yeah, doing the literal thing today.
Was I supposed to wear the tux today?
I don't think so. It's just that I saw it, I got it, I bought it, I wanted to wear it.
Very
so
pretty.
we can do a little bit of everything on here. That's the thing with this kind of a show. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. Mm-hmm. We are come as you are kind of a place.
Okay. Well, you are lovely today.
Well, today I'm all dressed up.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so she's dressed up, so I guess we better get to work. We always start with a preview, and Kristen Lors is going to kick things off for us this morning. Kristen, you got it.
I got it. I'm not quite as fancy as Amy. Look, now I got all confused.
Lacey, right?
Lacey
Fancy,
Amy.
all
Lacey
of it.
Amy.
It's too good. I like that. See? Back and forth. Well, happy Wednesday to you, Amy and Mr. B, and to all of our viewers. I'm here with retired United States Navy SEAL Darren McBurnett and his wife Kim. They are the co-founders of the Uncommon Grit Foundation. They use their network of contacts and funding to support other vetted organizations financially and connect military and first responders and their families to nonprofits. They will share more details and tell us about their 2024 Bone Frog Open Golf Outing. Yes, we'll explain what Bone Frog is. Amy and Mr. B, we have much more in store.
Yes, we do, because it is soup season. Chef George Carroll is back with us, ready to share his take on butternut squash soup elevated with confit tomato and garlic, pickled chilies, basil, and pomegranate seeds. If all of that wasn't enough for you, we cannot wait to dip our spoons in that coming up.
Sounds good and smells good already. And all eyes have been locked on Florida. Our thoughts and prayers are with our friends down there. Let's send it out to CBS 6 and the Weather Garden and check in with Tom Patton. Hey, Tom.
All right, good morning. And I like the come as you are attitude, you guys. I had to break out the fuzzy pants this morning.
And that is okay, Tom, because
all right, let's zoom that camera out a little bit, because we need to see that, folks.
I don't have them on now. I wore them into work.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wore them into work. I don't come to work in my whatever I'm going to wear, because I like it. You know, I run around a lot, and I change at the last minute.
Okay.
But I like to know that Tom even has fuzzy pants.
Oh, fuzzy pants. You know what? I rediscovered sweatpants. I used to do sweatpants when I was a teenager, and I let them go for years and years and years, and then recently thought, hey, why not? Sweatpants. So that's all. That's just my.
I think that's athleisure.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we talking your just sweatpants or your fuzzy pants?
No, I've got fuzzies and I'm just saying. When I was looking for them this morning, I was like, oh, I bought some sweatpants last year, and I was, never mind. It's just like you discover the clothes that you forgot you had.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
You went shopping in your own closet.
I don't even know what fuzzy pants are.
I mean, I'm thinking fleece, maybe.
Listen,
fleece pants, fuzzy pants.
Fuzzy? Are those
lined?
Fleece?
Little Sherpa in there.
They're just fuzzy.
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
You guys wanted hurricane information.
Yeah,
and I
let's
gave
get
you
that.
Too
let's
much.
do that.
Let's go with that. All right. Take my graphics, please. All right, let's see what we have this morning. This is it. This is that huge system, and you can see it barreling right toward Florida. They've posted a watch box that extends from the Keys up through Miami, Collier County, which would be the Marco Island kind of area, all the way up through Sanibel, up into Tampa and northward, all along the coastline and inland through Orlando. So that's what they're expecting, some tornadoes to develop, and we do see tornadoes often from these. And it is supposed to make landfall still as a major hurricane. Now, a major hurricane is 3, 4, or 5. So even if it were to weaken a little to a 3, it would still be a major. But right now they're saying a 4. And that'll cross probably right over Orlando. That's the Lake Buena Vista area, all your resorts, your parks, and all that, man. They're in for a throwdown there. And then it will exit potentially still as a hurricane. Can you imagine? Even crossing the state and then weakening finally when it's out into the ocean. And then there you go, a depression when it's closer to Bermuda. Lots of rain, man. This is going to be a rainmaker. I think especially north of Tampa is where it's looking like the heaviest swaths of rain. That central area of Florida north of Tampa. Right now the whole area could see between 8 and 12. There could be some areas that see more. So there you go, lots of rain there. All right, here is your hour by hour forecast from 11 o'clock this morning. You can see that center of circulation getting ready to make landfall right when that eye wall starts to approach. Probably going to be later today and tonight. This has it pretty early, this late into the afternoon through the evening. And then it starts to drift eastward overnight tonight, and then potentially most of this could be gone through tomorrow morning. I won't say by tomorrow morning because this time could change a little bit, but through tomorrow morning. For us, man, it's nice. We'll talk about our weather here coming up in a few minutes. I think you guys are going to see me again in a couple minutes. So in the meantime, Virginia This Morning starts right now.
Hey everybody, happy sunshine to you and a happy Wednesday. Virginia This Morning is the place where you can find out what's trending in and around our community. I'm Amy Lacey. Mr. Bill Bevins is here too, but you don't need any introduction.
But I got one. So
Yes, you did.
All right, folks, we have a great opportunity, very unique opportunity to feature some interesting things in our live show. There's always something you can enjoy when you tune in each weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. So let's get started. Now is a great time to do a recap for those of you who are just tuning in.
You can't wait for this one. We will head into the kitchen this morning, and this is preparing Chef George Carroll's butternut squash soup, a seasonal favorite. You don't want to miss that segment coming up, but there is still so much more too.
All right, let's go over to Kristen, check in with her.
All right, that's right. I'm here with Kim and Darren McBurnett, and they are looking forward to the tournament we're about to talk to, the 2024 Bone Frog Open Golf Outing presented by their nonprofit organization, Uncommon Grit Foundation. That's right, our conversation is still to come here on our live show. But first, we're going to check in with Tom on another check of the weather. We can get right to the hurricane details, of course, Tom.
All right, well, we're going to get to our details on what's happening here. We already spoke hurricane, but we're in for a couple of cold days here. We've got plenty of sunshine, a beautiful day, and look at the deep blue sky that we're enjoying right now. Isn't that gorgeous? Sunrise was amazing this morning. It's 60 degrees. Wow. We jumped 10 degrees in the last hour. That's what dry air will do to you. 50 is the dew point, and we have temperatures in the 50s. We were down into the upper 40s just an hour and a half ago. They were in the 30s back in the valley, so I was a little shocked to see 60 just now. Mid-70s today for daytime high temperatures. Going to be warmer than yesterday, but overnight tonight, more cool air coming in. We'll drop back into the 40s once again tonight. So still high pressure, and high pressure is doing a couple things. One, reinforcing cool air, reinforcing sunshine, but also helping to keep that hurricane to the south. We've got another little bout of cool air coming in tonight. 75, sunny skies, a little warmer today compared to yesterday. In fact, a real pleasant day. In fact, we're already at 60. That's great. 48 tonight, so chilly tonight again under mostly clear skies. All right, here's a quick look at the 7-day forecast. Cooler tomorrow, 60s for the next few days. Chilly nights right through the period. This weekend, though, a little bit warmer. 77 Saturday, 80 Sunday, and then another shot of cold air next week, down to only 64, or I should say up to only 64 by next Tuesday.
Thank you, Tom. All right, folks, although we have missed a few of these recently, it's Wednesday, so that means it's time to have some fun and get ready for this week's word game. Where'd that come from? Okay, for those of you at home, here's how we play our game. I mentioned a word and or phrase that we've all heard, maybe even used in conversation. You have to figure out the origins of that word, where it comes from. So today's phrase is getting the upper hand. Amy, take your shot.
So you said that this was fun. That's debatable because I always get it wrong. But upper hand.
Getting the upper hand.
I'm thinking a card game, maybe like something having to do with poker.
Yeah, good hand of cards, yeah.
A good hand of cards, and when you have that upper hand, that good solid hand, then that means that you have the advantage over someone else. So that is my guess, and I'm sticking to it. There you go.
Okay.
We'll see.
Is that the correct answer? We'll find out a little bit later in the hours. Right now,
It won't
let's
be
send
wrong,
it over
but,
to
you know.
Kristen.
Well, I think it was wrong answers only at one point, so okay, we'll see, Amy. Well, mark your calendars. You have the chance to make a difference and make strides against breast cancer. That's right. Lace up your sneakers, your walking shoes, and come on out Saturday, October 19th at Monroe Park. CBS 6 is proud to be part of this annual walk. The mission is to support breast cancer survivors, warriors, caregivers, and to fund the critical research that will hopefully end breast cancer in our communities. CBS 6 anchor Reba Hollingsworth will MC the event again this year, and you can join CBS 6 Community Team Reba. Scan the QR code on your screen to join Reba and the movement. Virginia This Morning returns in less than 3 minutes.
This segment is sponsored by Our Home Magazine.
Welcome back to our Live Wednesday show. Launched in 2018, Virginia by Design is an annual awards program created by the Branch Museum of Architecture and Design. It honors visionary thinking and patronage in the design fields and seeks to broaden appreciation and recognition of design in all of its forms.
They are very excited about this upcoming event. Joining us this morning to tell us more is Lucy Northrup, the marketing director. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, thank you for having me.
Years ago, I had a friend come to town who was an architect, and he said, can we go look at the buildings now? And I went, what do you mean? He said, I want to go downtown and look at buildings. I went, it's downtown. Anyway, I looked at it through his eyes, and man, we are full of some just amazing designs that, being a Richmonder, I rode by them every day.
Yeah,
This is what you guys do.
It is, yeah. A lot of people don't think about or appreciate this design that we're surrounded by every day. So it's really our job here at the Branch Museum to kind of put a lens to that and make sure people know just how lucky we are to be here.
And as far as these awards that you have, I mean, Richmond really is known for all of the architecture. And I've gone on some walking tours over the years, and you do have such an appreciation for this building next to this building next to this building, and none are necessarily the same. So this awards is a type of celebration of all different types of contributions.
Yes, so not only do we have architecture, we also have urban planning as winners, we have marketing and graphic design as winners. So we think about design sometimes as just the beautiful buildings around us, but it's really the entire environment that we're surrounded by. Fashion, chairs, things like that, it's all design. Yeah.
So you got some awards handing out. So let's get to them. We'll start with the Vision in Design Award. What does that mean?
Well, that is really a celebration of someone's entirety of their work. Burt Pinnock is the winner of that, and he has been doing some incredible work as an architect. He is doing the memorial to the enslaved at William & Mary. He's also the lead architect of the upcoming Shockoe project, which is a huge project here in Richmond. So he's really well deserving of this award. It's a huge accomplishment.
And then Design Achievement, that's one of the awards. I would think that that's a really, really all-encompassing type of a category.
Yes, so we have a couple that are all-encompassing, and we have a couple also that are more program-specific to the projects that they've been doing. So some of the people here are these big people within their design fields, and also there are people who are just starting out, and we want to make sure that we're amping up their ideas and their vision as well.
Yeah, because emerging designer is one of the categories too.
Yes, so we have that because once again, people don't always understand or appreciate design, especially when you're starting out. So we're here to really celebrate celebrate and amplify these people who are up and coming in these fields.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. Very good. Let's talk about the surrounding areas in the community. You have the Brown Baylor. Is that the name of the award?
That is the name of the company who won the award.
Okay,
So they won the prize for public interest. They're actually the people who got Arthur Ashe Boulevard renamed to Arthur Ashe Boulevard.
Oh, okay.
Which is such a fantastic thing. It's appreciation for Arthur Ashe, an incredible tennis player and civil rights activist. So once again, these people are making our world a better place.
And making a difference. I remember we did a joke on the radio years ago. We call our baseball diamond the diamond. We call our boulevard the boulevards. And, and it went on and on and on. We call our Broad Street, Broad Street. So now we have Arthur Ashe Boulevard. It's very appropriate.
And another named award that you have, Sally Brown Design and Excellence Education Award. Tell us about that one.
So Sally Brown was a dear friend. She passed away this year, and she was an excellent patron to the arts and to the design field. And she loved education, and so she wanted to have a program that celebrated educators. So the winner of this one, he created the Blind Design Workshop at Virginia Tech, and it's where he brought in architecture students to speak with people who are low vision and blind so that they could think about when they're building things, how do people interact who are not fully accessible? How do we make this world better for every single person, not just the able-bodied people?
Wow.
That's
That's
to even
incredible.
think that way, yeah. You've got to kind of leap over several things to even get to the point to think about that and then actually do it. That's amazing. You know, this is, Richmond, as I started by saying, is an amazing place for architecture. Is there one, this is probably not even a good question, is there one thing that you would tell somebody to go look at when they come to Richmond, or one area that to get them started?
I might be biased and say the Branch Museum of Architecture and Design.
Ta-da!
It's beautiful.
Good answer. Yeah.
But it is a beautiful historic building, 1919. It is on the National Landmark Registry. It is the only Tudor Revival style home that's still around, built by John Russell Pope. So it is a once in a lifetime piece of architecture that everyone should be able to
You
see.
can't miss it when you see it, too.
Yeah, you can't miss it. Largest single family home in Richmond. So.
Fantastic.
What a wonderful way, though, that we are having this conversation in the first place and just raising awareness about what people can see here. Do you find that something like this awards, or even what you do at the museum, this is creating a dialogue and just really just having more appreciation for it? Sometimes we do take it for granted. We drive around, we see these beautiful buildings. We are so lucky to have that here.
We are lucky, and yeah, it's design is sometimes only really thought about when it goes wrong. People think about when you're putting on pants and they don't fit right, and you said, who made these pants, who designed these? Or if a chair is uncomfortable, you say, who designed this chair, this is awful. So we want to kind of flip the script and think about when we should be appreciative of design and think about the awesome things that designers are doing. So we're here to bring more positivity and to celebrate the hard work that people are doing.
I love
Mission
that.
accomplished.
Yes.
Lucy. You did a great job. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for telling us about these wonderful awards.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Alrighty.
you. Virginia by Design Awards and cocktail reception is next Friday, October 18th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at the Branch Museum of Architecture and Design. For ticket information, visit branchmuseum.org.
And you can learn more about Our Home magazine. The offices are located at 1910 Byrd Avenue, Suite 100, right here in Richmond. For more information, give them a call at 804-355-0111 or visit the website richmondmagazine.com/R home. Kristen, we're going to send it over to you.
All right. Well, if you've missed one of our live shows or you want to watch a particular segment again, you can just by visiting our show website at virginiathismorning.com. And if you have access to Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV channels, you can watch it there too. If you need the app, just visit the App Store on your device and search WTVR Richmond. The best part is it's absolutely free. Virginia This Morning returns in just a few minutes. Welcome back. There are many local organizations that give back to those in the community. There's an upcoming golf tournament with proceeds to benefit and support military veterans and first responders.
Our next guests are the founders of the Uncommon Grit Foundation that is hosting this event. We welcome husband and wife team Kim and Darren McBurnett, who is a retired United States Navy SEAL. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate
Please
it.
tell us just a bit about the organization. What is it and when did it start?
Can you take it?
As a husband and wife, you bounce off of each other.
Want the correct answer? Here we go.
We founded Uncommon Grit Foundation in 2020. So my husband was a Navy SEAL for 24 years and did some work for some other nonprofits. But when we decided that we wanted to do our own nonprofit, you know, we kind of wrote everything down in 2020. We've been hosting a golf tournament for the last 6 years. And our goal is really to support military, first responders and their families, bring awareness to some of the causes that are important to them, and then we support other nonprofits that work in that space. And it's something that we're really passionate about.
And we can tell. Tell us a little bit about your journey being a Navy SEAL and then how it came to inspire the golf tournament.
Oh boy, that was a long journey. Still alive, but it was a wonderful time, very stressful. But the biggest thing that led me to the charity is the fact that all the guys that we lost.
Yeah.
That's the thing. All the SEALs that we lost, all the support that we lost over that span of that 24 years was really it really was heavy on me.
Yeah.
And so it was like, you got to do something, you know. So I just felt that I didn't want to be in the, you know, standing by like, hey, somebody else will handle it. You know, it's like, oh, someone else will do that. Oh, someone else's charity. It's like, no, you know, you were Navy SEALs. You'd stand up and do something about it.
You wanted to be the one that honored them.
Yeah.
And this is so much bigger than you could have ever imagined.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, absolutely. You know, and that's why we do this. It's like, especially with the golf event, you know, this weekend. It's just to honor, you know, all the military and especially Navy SEAls that have lost their lives for us. And so
It's 2 days. It's Sunday. Sunday kicks off a dinner. You kind of get to introduce everyone. Monday is the tournament. But real quickly, tell us what Bone Frog means. It's an iconic image.
it's the iconic image. Well, the Bone Frog itself. Now, there's a lot of urban legend in the SEAL teams. Okay, so I'll let everybody know now. A lot of urban legend, but the Bone Frog itself. We can narrow it down to a fallen SEAL's name was Keith Kimura. He was a very talented artist, and he died in a training accident in '97, and that was one of his pieces. And it kind of got lost in translation a little bit through the evolution of the SEAL teams, and it kind of resurfaced, and that turned into our unofficial logo for a while, you know. And so then all of a sudden, then it just got really out there, and then we started wearing our hats and our body armor, I'm deploying with it. And then what I've done with it is I've created art that we can raise money for SEAL families with it, just some really cool stuff. And then that's the Bone Frog, and so we stamp it on, and then people ask, is like, well, it's kind of like our little mascot. You know, we're, you know, bad to the bone, Navy SEALs.
It certainly is catchy.
And really, you do honor folks. You want them to know that this is about that military life. Tell us about the opening ceremony and how those folks are recognized.
It's my favorite part of the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So this will be our 6th year to do it. Every year we've done this, and so the first couple of years, what we do is we create memorial flags, the yellow ribbons, we write names of fallen SEAls, and then we have the golfers bring those flags over and put them in memorial. And then a couple of years ago, we got the idea of reading the names out loud, and but one at a time. So you actually hear every single person's name, and then people walk those flags down. And for me, it's the best part.
I get
It gives you
chills just thinking
goosebumps,
about that.
right?
Like every year it gets me, and I mean, your point is that if we don't keep saying their names out loud, then they truly do die. And so it's our job to make sure that you know, we pay their legacy forward, and that's really the whole reason we started the tournament and why we do the foundation.
And you certainly are. Having such a wonderful opening ceremony sounds great. And again, it is the 2-day event. Did I just see John Daly?
You did? You did say JD. Yes, he did.
So you have some notable golfers showing up.
We do. We've had John Daly for a while now. He usually shows up. He actually one of the first ones that did a hole-in-one at our tournament.
Of course, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, of course he did. It's
Barefoot.
like
Sure, sure.
barefoot. Yep. It's like, wow, really? Of course, it's John Daly. Lot of the SEALs have shown up, like Rob O'Neill and Eddie Gallagher has shown up, and Mike Day has shown up. Congressman Ron Jackson has shown up. We've got a lot of Jim McMahon. He shows up every year.
Wow.
He'll be there this year. So if you don't want to see, you know, Chicago, bring all your Chicago memorabilia. Come down, Jimmy Mac's there, and he's the first one that always says yes.
Yeah.
That's the thing about him and the celebrity support that we get is like he is always the first one that says, yeah, I'll be there. And John Day is like, yeah, I'll be there. Cool, come on down. We'd love to have you.
hear that. Do you have any spots open to play?
We have a couple of foursomes left if
Okay.
anybody's interested. Yeah, but we're getting full. We're getting excited about it. Our big sponsors, CDW and Dell Technologies, they're also donating some laptops to a couple local organizations. So that'll be part of the evening as well. We're just really, really blessed. We've got a lot of really good sponsors and people that back us on this, and we're very thankful.
Absolutely.
You are blessed, and then you're able to bless the community with this, and those families, and keep those legacies alive. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful event.
Thank you so much for coming in today, and of course, good luck to the golfers.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And thank you for your service, both of you. The 6th annual Bone Frog Open Golf Tournament presented by Uncommon Grit Foundation is happening October 13th through October 14th at Hermitage Country Club in Mannequin-Sabot, Virginia. For more information on this event or the organization, just visit virginiathismorning.com. And stay with us. Our live show returns in just a few minutes.
This segment is sponsored by Perkinson Center for the Arts and Education.
Welcome back. The Perkinson Center for the Arts and Education in Chesterfield County always has a great lineup of events each year. Executive Director Chelsea Bulis joins us this morning. Hi, Chelsea. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I told you during the commercial break, I am such a fan of your center. Tell folks who the namesake is and how that center came to be.
Well, I will say the Perkinson Center for the Arts and Education has been in the hearts and minds of many communities for many years, and we are so privileged to be nestled in the heart of Chester, Virginia. And our mission is proudly serving our community through the arts. Our mission is bringing the power of art to all. And our namesake, Dr. Baxter Perkinson, is definitely a friend of the center. And we are very, very proud to be supporting our community through the arts.
You there, it's nestled, it's tucked away. That's like what I think I love this center so much. I've gone to some performances there. You've partnered with the Richmond Symphony. You have had some, great local performances there. You always have an art exhibition too. Tell us about that and how folks could take part in that.
Yes, we definitely have a home for visual artists here at the Perkinson Center. Our Baxter and Elaine Perkinson Jr. Art Gallery features a variety of artists. We have had local, regional, and national artists. We have had student exhibitions, professional artists, community juried shows, a plethora since our opening, and it hosts a variety of hours during the day, Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., and it's free and open to the public.
In addition to that free exhibit, what else do you have coming up as far as maybe some performing arts or some other events?
Oh, let me highlight some of them.
Yes, please.
Some fantastic ones coming up. So we have something for everyone at the Perkinson Center. On October 18th, we will be welcoming our friend Clay Motley with his production of a tribute to James Taylor's Shower of the People. We're very excited to have that. In our art gallery opening on October 25th, we will be welcoming the Bonnier Artists Association with their juried member show. That's going to be fantastic. They are continuing their celebration of 50 years of artistry within their community. And also on October 26th, Calling All Creatures of the Night.
Oh.
We have a light at the Perk, and you are invited. We will be doing a film screening of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, so please definitely come by and see us for that show. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And then I do have to put a plug in. Later in November, on November 16th, we will be uplifting the arts in a variety of ways with our Bourbon, Brisket, and Brushes fundraiser. We will be hosting a seated dinner provided by ZZQ Texas Craft Barbecue. We will also have a guided bourbon tasting featuring Woodford Reserve, and we will also have local artists doing live demos on site during the evening. So it's definitely where we uplift the arts in our community, have a great time, and celebrate the artistry that we have here.
I love that because, when you have programs like that, you are really combining many different types of art forms. I mean, culinary arts with some of that performance and some of that aesthetic of the design. It's just such like a wonderful way to bring the community together.
Yes, and it's a great night. We're going to have you have full bellies and a lot of creativity on display. display.
So your mission is so special, and it's so, I mean, it's just obvious whenever you talk about it, the passion that you have. How can folks out there who are interested in supporting the Perkinson Center, how can they get involved?
That's a wonderful question and a great question. As an arts nonprofit, it's very important that we all as community members need to remember that we also need to frequent these facilities
Yes.
and entities. We need to make sure that we are buying tickets to events, we are planning visits to the art gallery, and we're getting a little creative during some of our arts education opportunities. It's also important to remember that we need to be stewards of the arts and provide financial support, as well as the giving of time and resources. We are always looking for volunteers for upcoming events. And finally, we also just need to advocate for the arts in a variety of ways. They lead to so much community vibrancy. They are important. They uplift our communities. They tear down a lot of the, issues that we come into with community. We have to band together, and the arts help us do that. And it's so important that we advocate for them across all different sectors.
Well, yeah, when you support the arts, then you have that opportunity to support businesses that are around it too. I mean, when I've been down there, I have gone to a show and then taken my daughter out to dinner at, one of the nearby restaurants, or you stop by something else and make a day of it. So you are really connected to the community, and you can be that centerpiece that really builds a day for someone if they're interested in exploring Chester.
And that's the whole concept of the area. We are nestled on the Chester Village Green, and that is a beautiful community. We have a senior center on site. We have single family homes. We have apartments. We have businesses that are located there, and the two pillars of the green, the Chester Library and the Perkinson Center for the Arts and Education.
So that is a wonderful way for folks to just know more about you. Come on by. You have all these great events coming up. We were so glad to talk to you today and spread the word about all the fun that can be had there.
Exactly. We invite our community members to explore, create, and experience the arts.
And you will definitely do that there. The Perkinson Center for the Arts and Education is located at 11810 Center Street in Chester, Virginia. For more information, call 804-748-5555. Visit them online at perkinson.org. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram too. We have to take a commercial break, but we hope to see you on the other side. There's more Virginia This Morning.
Well, welcome back. There's nothing better than curling up with a warm bowl of soup this time of year.
I'm a soup advocate any time of year. Today, Private Chef George Carroll of the Chef Haas is back with us to whip up his butternut squash soup with confit tomato and garlic, pickled chilies, basil, and pomegranate seeds. It sounds so good.
It really does sound good, and I'm excited to put this together for you guys.
Okay, what's going on here?
George, they call you Haas.
Yes.
So this is gorgeous. It's almost too pretty to eat.
Thank you.
There's a lot going on in there. You want to explain? We got obviously
butternut squash. Yep.
Yeah.
So butternut squash is one of my favorite vegetables. It's very versatile. We have a sheet pan style soup. So we have butternut squash, we have onions, we have garlic, we have thyme, there's spices, there's aromatics, and we'll roast this off. And then we'll put it in the pot.
Okay.
We'll add our broth, and then we'll blend it with the stick, and that's how we'll get our soup.
About how long do you roast it?
So we're going to roast these for about 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then after that process, when you put it in the pot, we're going to add warm broth, and then that will take about another 10 to 15 minutes until the vegetables are nice and tender, and then that's when we'll get the blending action.
Okay.
So I have some soup here already made if you guys want to taste whatever
yes,
you're willing
we
to
do.
taste. It's right here.
Don't ask me two times.
Yes, please. Here
Thank
we
you.
are. Dive in.
All right. Is that
This is also vegan. Yes, this is also what's in this bowl here. You can grab a bowl if you'd like.
Okay.
And then a little later on,
So this is
we'll jazz it
the
up.
finished product? Or is
This is the finished product.
Okay.
There's no dairy, there's no butter.
And this is delicious. So this is the base of it, but then you have all of these extras that you are going to add to the soup too. But I mean, it is perfect the way that it is.
So when I take the first little bite, it's like, oh, that's good. And then all of a sudden, it starts speaking up a little bit. Wow.
Your mouth should probably salivate a little bit.
It's
There's
delicious.
some umami in there. Oh yeah. Depth
What
of
are the
flavor.
spices?
So we have
It's got a little
ginger.
fire.
You
I
got
taste
ginger.
the ginger.
You got
I
crushed
love
red
ginger.
pepper. We have chilies in there. There's a little salt and pepper. There's some turmeric to kind of help brighten that color. And it just ties in really, really, really well.
All right, I'll take that whole kettle.
Not a problem.
That is amazing.
Fall just got to pop though, because there's like a little bit of, going on there. So this is, sometimes when folks think of butternut squash soup, they think of just, kind of
Creamy and
the
nice.
squash,
Yeah.
but this has so many layers of flavor.
And this is local. We went to Birdhouse Farmers Market yesterday just to see what we can find, and we grabbed the squash, which is my favorite, and these herbs. So.
All right, I got a question
Yes.
about the squash. You use a chainsaw to cut that?
So actually, no. You see this vegetable cleaver here to your left? Yes, sir.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was going to say, those things are hard to cut.
And it can also be then, some sort of a prop for Halloween coming up.
Exactly.
No, let's not do that. Wow. Yeah, because
So,
those things are tough.
When you're cutting into this, you can't use a thin blade. You're going to need something that can take that, the toughness of the skin. And so a vegetable cleaver or something this side, as you can see, will get the job done.
If someone doesn't have a vegetable cleaver, like I do not at home, what would be another alternative to try to cut through that besides, a
chainsaw.
hacksaw? I mean,
A chainsaw, your standard chef's knife,
Yeah.
as long as it's not a thin one and it's thick and pliable.
And be
okay. And you can start by cutting it in half, the top off and the bottom, and stand it up.
okay.
Yeah,
And it
flat. Yeah.
Right.
All right, so let's talk about some of the ingredients because we went through them kind of quick. You've got them all over here.
So we're going to add some pickled chilies. We got some basil. I have some flowers. We have the garlic and confit tomato.
Okay.
It's been steeped with bay leaves and cinnamon. And then we have some pomegranate seeds to kind of bring it all together with some acidity.
So the pomegranate is blended into the soup.
Pomegranate will be just for a garnish.
Oh, just for a garnish.
So what's
okay.
blended in the soup, or what you see here, these vegetables, a little bit of vegetable broth,
Okay.
and then some coconut milk.
Okay, wonderful.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the more garnishes, the better too. I mean, I think that pomegranate seeds, they add that little bit of that crunch,
So-
that texture to a creamy soup.
Would you guys like me to?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Let's
Go for it.
begin, please. So we're gonna add, excuse me, Bill.
Yeah.
Our beautiful
Oh, go.
confit tomatoes.
That is just beautiful. Now, for folks
Right.
who don't know what confit tomatoes are, what exactly is that?
So that is basically vegetables or anything cooked, not vegetables, but just cooked in fat.
Okay.
Submerged in a fat or oil, and it's also good for preserving.
He said cooked in fat. I'm digging it.
Cooked in fat.
I love that.
Goodness.
We have the
Be
chilies
careful.
here.
We have these beautiful pickled chilies that'll help cut through the richness of our dishes. Okay.
Be
We'll
careful.
add a little bit of
Keep coming, man.
pizzazz here.
Like I said, the more garnishes, the better.
Have you
This
guys
is
ever had this,
beautiful.
like kind of one-on-one, like right here, and this is amazing. You smell the aromatics,
Wow.
right? And then we're almost done.
Okay.
If you could pass me a spoon there, please.
Oh, okay. One of these big guys?
Thank you so much. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll hit you with these seeds.
The garnishes are just
It's
gorgeous.
beautiful. It's so colorful.
It's going to all come together when you taste it, and then we'll finish it. Ooh, too strong. We'll finish it with our reduced cream of coconut milk.
Okay. Thank you.
So here's the thing. I was just blown away with just the soup. And now you've added all these other things.
And then you heard vegetables cooked in fat, and you
We're
were
going to
really
Flavor Town.
buying into it.
We're going to
That's for
Flavor
me.
Town.
Yeah.
So please let me know what you think with all the components
This is
together.
fabulous. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Like I said, I am a proponent of soup any day of the year because I just think it's the perfect meal. But I think
Wow.
this is the perfect meal right here. My
Sometimes
goodness.
soups can be rich, so you need things to kind of help, elevate the flavor and cut through the fatty and the richness of the soup.
I love the
So
pomegranate
many
though. It adds a
different
little bit of sweet to it as well, which is just delicious.
I just got a pomegranate. And bland. I wasn't expecting that.
Also adds to texture. So instead of like croutons or bread,
Wait a minute, my nose is running now.
bit of
Got a little
heat.
more kick. I must have got some of that pepper.
get some of the pomegranate to kind of cool it off a little bit. Some of that coconut milk too as well.
That's really, really good. Now,
Thank you
did you
so much.
create this recipe?
Yes, so just kind
Yes,
of
he did.
threw it together.
Nobody
you know,
thought
just-
of this. except for him.
How did you, what was that thought process of like putting this together? Because, I mean, it really works so well.
Just seeing the produce at the market the other day, I really wanted to be creative, and then I like to be playful with food and then have vibrancy and
Yeah.
play on textures.
Chef, do you, all right, so thinking about that, did you, trial and error, did you put something in there? And went, oh, no, that didn't work?
So this is definitely not my first time making this soup, and that has definitely happened.
Yeah, sure.
And then after a while, repetition, it becomes really, really easy and really therapeutic.
You cooked it down till you found what really works.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the confit, so this is mostly tomatoes and garlic?
So this is tomato and garlic, and then we added a cinnamon stick, and then a couple of bay leaves, black peppercorn, a little bit of olive oil, and just a tad bit of butter.
I've
You
never
just
thought
let
about
that
putting
steep.
cinnamon with garlic together, but it works.
It really works.
It really plays off of each
And
other
then it
so
brings
well.
the fall season into the soup.
Yes, it does. Oh my goodness. I mean, Bill and I are
Big
just
red thing I got here.
So you either have a chili
I think
or
that's the
you
chili.
have a bunch of the, oh, that's the tomato. From
Oh, okay, that's tomato. Oh, it's red, yeah.
Bill and I are chowing down here today because this is fabulous, and it really does I always say that soup kind of gives you a hug from the inside, and that's what this is doing today. It really is.
Comfort food at its best.
The
I didn't want one of those
ultimate
peppers.
comfort
You'll get a hug from the inside. I just got got a little bit of that. This is really good.
Thank you so
And
much.
Beautiful and delicious.
I love working with the colors.
Oh, and you know what? When you add the colors then to it too, it's that lesson that I always tell my daughter: eat your colors. You are taking something like with the yellow, the orange, but then you add all those pops of red, and it really, really, really is so beautiful.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness!
Got a pepper. All
I
right.
did.
Stick around, folks. Don't go anywhere while she chokes up a little bit. We're going to wrap
Maybe
up our
cry
show
a little bit.
with Chef George Carroll in just a few minutes. In the meantime, if you'd like to learn more about him and his recipes, you can visit our website, virginiathismorning.com, later today. Right now, let's send it over to Kristen.
All right, sounds delicious. Before we head to break, here's a few highlights from tomorrow's live show. The Riverside Center for the Performing Arts is proud of their latest onstage production, Beautiful, the Carole King musical. And Hot Diggity Dog, one local restaurant, is offering their original hot dog topped with their famous chili for 89 cents, and we're going to try them. You don't want to miss it. Coming up after the break, find out if Amy got the answer right for Where'd That Come From? We'll be right back.
Earlier in the show, we gave you the phrase, getting the upper hand. You probably know what it means, but let's find out where that comes from. All right, this one goes back to the Sandlot, baseball, Little League, things like that. The two players would grab the bat. They'd start at the bottom, hand over hand, and then the person who got the last little part of the bat got the upper hand. And that's where that comes from. Swing away, another swing and a miss.
Yeah, you know what? I got it wrong again. I think I'm on a losing streak, but that's okay because I have soup today.
Getting the upper hand.
Yeah, and you know, I had no idea when somebody said you got the upper hand. I'm like, oh, I got to look that one up. No idea, because I've done that. Everybody, people my age who played Sandlot baseball did that right up to the top.
Well, I still think that it could be a card reference too.
You keep thinking that.
That was still a really good guess.
If you feel like that's your answer, you feel away because that's
It's
wrong.
still wrong.
Even somebody who usually takes the Where'd That Come From segment and turns it into sports, I still wasn't thinking.
But again, I have soup, and we are here with Chef Hawk. sauce today,
Yes,
and
we
we've
are.
loved your soup so much.
Thank
Where'd
you
my
so
bowl of
much.
soup go, Chef? Oh, there it is.
It didn't go too far, my man.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
And I have plenty more, by the way.
Now, I was asking earlier, now, even I love the soup idea. Of course, it is like the hug, like Amy said. But this looks beautiful as well.
Yeah,
Just
by
eating
itself.
the roasted vegetables, a little crispy on the edges like that.
That would be a fantastic side dish.
Yes.
Really, really beautiful.
And you use the stick blender to get the puree, though.
The stick blender is all
So
you
it
need.
starts as that, and then it's in the pot, and then you
with
blend
broth,
away.
And then you'll blend away.
Fantastic.
How do you
One and
choose the
done.
right butternut squash?
That is a tricky question. When I find that out, I'll come back to you and let you know.
That is another
I don't think we have
segment.
enough time for the answer.
I'm going to buy one of these peppers now, Chef.
Awesome, awesome.
Don't do what I
Take your
just
time.
did.
Do it.
Get a little
It'll wake
cough
you up
there.
a little bit.
Whew. Thank you to all of our guests today, and
at the
thanks
end
to
of the
all of you
show.
for watching. Our live Thursday show's ready. We're ready to start it with you at 8:56 tomorrow. Bye.